Welcome to your chair yoga back care class. I would suggest picking something that does not have wheels and something that you're able to move really freely in. And so if you need to pause this, go ahead and pause this video, get your chair, and we're going to dive right into it together. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on our posture. So when you sat down in the chair, I want you to notice the way that you're sitting, not to judge yourself or to pick yourself apart, but I just want you to notice your habit. How do you hold your body when you sit down? Are your shoulders coming forward a little bit like mine often do? So just notice that. Notice that natural positioning that you have when you sit down. And now what I want you to do is think about inhaling, lifting the shoulders, exhaling, rolling your shoulders back. You might think about bringing the shoulder blades back together just a little bit. Maybe you visualize a string coming up out of the crown of your head, lifting, creating length in your spine. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Your feet are on the floor. The seat is beneath you, taking a moment to feel that as you sit nice and tall, really creating this imprint in your body, letting your body feel this, right? What it feels like to sit nice and tall. And then when you are ready, go ahead and inhale and start to bring your arms up, reaching up and out of the rib cage. I want you to think about creating some length in your spine. Reach, reach, reach. And then on your exhale, start to lower the arms and feel the seat beneath you. Feel the floor beneath your feet. We're going to do that 2 more times together. I want you to move at your own pace. There's no rush here. There's no urgency. I really want you to think about creating length and spaciousness through your spine. I'm reaching up, and you'll take your time. As you lower, you might feel that support beneath your body, just a little bit of grounding, nervous system support. And that third one, again, creating length and spaciousness, opening up the side body, reach, reach, and take your time as you lower the arms. Feel the seat beneath you, feel the floor beneath your feet. Beautiful job. You might roll your shoulders when you get to the bottom, just a nice roll out. Remembering to breathe throughout your class, just breathing throughout the class. In through the nose and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth if it feels more accessible. We're going to go into chair cat and cow. This is the version that I like. There's a couple different versions, but this is the one that I like to do. I bring my arms out wide and I inhale, open the heart space. And as I exhale, I round through the spine. And so nice intentional movement here. You might go back to feeling the seat beneath you, the floor beneath your feet. And so why do we do that? When we land in the body in that way, by feeling the very real support beneath the body, it really supports the parasympathetic nervous system. It's very grounding to the nervous system to feel what is actually beneath the body. And that is going to help with the release through your back and the rest of your body. We're going to slowly meet back at Chair Mountain. So Chair Mountain is where we started, right? We're sitting up nice and tall. You're feeling your feet on the floor. You're feeling that seat beneath you. Maybe you're visualizing a string coming up out of the crown of your head, creating length there. You could think about the shoulder blades coming back just a little bit, not a whole bunch where you're really puffing your chest forward, but just a little bit. Again, creating that imprint, helping your body and your nervous system know what it feels like to sit nice and tall. You are not designed to shrink back. Let's go ahead and do some gentle side stretching together. And so when you're ready from that place of sitting nice and tall, you're going to take one arm and you're going to take an inhale and reach over. Beautiful. And then I like to exhale and lower. Maybe an exhale out through the mouth or the nose. Opposite side, inhale. And then exhale, release. So nasal breathing, I'm going to go back and forth a couple more times. Nasal breathing, when we inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the nose, it does support the parasympathetic nervous system. But sometimes exhaling out through that mouth, it just helps with that emotional release. So doing what feels most supportive for you in the moment, just back and forth. I'm going to do one more on each side. Always feel free to do more or less of the movements. feeling that seat beneath you as you're taking these movements. It's opening that side body. I'm gonna release that down, and I'm gonna move back to my chair mountain, creating the imprint as I sit nice and tall, feeling the feet on the floor, the seat beneath you. You might notice the texture beneath your hands, or you might even notice your tongue resting in your mouth, those little grounding points. Great job with that. We're going to move into some hip circles. So when we're thinking about releasing and opening the lower back, we do want to get into the hips and the hamstrings as well. So we're going to do that today. So for hip circles, the knees come nice and wide. If you need to slide forward in your chair a little bit, feel free to do that. My hands are placed on the thighs. That might be comfortable for you, or you might be lower to the knees. So play around with that. And then we're just going to start to take these nice, big, juicy circles. You might do a full circle, or you might like to do half circles. So I'm going to do another full one, and then I'm going to show you a half. Take your time with it. Again, there is no urgency. I'm going to half circle a little bit where I come up halfway and then back and halfway and then back. Just take time with it. Can you feel the support beneath you as you move? All right, and there's really no rules around this, just moving and circling in the ways that feel supportive for your body. Beautiful job with that. Let's do one more. You can be pretty intuitive with it. We are going to meet back at Chair Mountain, right? We're creating that imprint, that memory in the body of what it feels like to sit nice and tall. If you're finishing your hip circles, take all the time that you need. When you do make your way back to Chair Mountain, really intentional about it, right? Feel your feet on the floor, feel that seat beneath you, sit nice and tall, maybe visualize the string coming up out of the crown of your head, maybe feeling the shoulder blades come back just a little bit. You might even have a slight engagement in the lower abdomen, almost like a little zipping up there, right? To create stability in the back. Beautiful job with that. Let's take a couple breaths before we move into our next posture together. So inhaling in through the nose. Can you think about bringing the breath into the lower lungs? You might feel the belly expand. And then finding an exhale either out through the nose or the mouth. Letting that go. And maybe just one more. Nice deep breath. Feeling the breath enter the body, feeling the belly move, activating the diaphragm. And that exhale is that release. Great job. We're going to move into a hamstring stretch. Opening the hamstrings is really important when we're talking about back release and back health. I'm just going to turn my chair to the side. And so I'm going to start by bringing my left leg out long. You'll notice I want to still have length in my spine, right? I'm still thinking about the string coming up out of the crown of my head. My toes are coming back towards my face. I have that length. You might stop right here. Your hamstrings might just feel like this is enough. If you feel like you have access to hinge forward, go ahead and do that, hinging at the hip crease. But again, if you feel like you get enough of a stretch just sitting tall and bringing the toes back, honor that, right? Respect your body. And so wherever you're at, let's take a couple deep breaths here. Again, in through the nose. I like to visualize the breath moving to the tight space. And with the exhale, maybe visualize a melting through the back of the leg or any other tight areas, really building that mind-body connection here. Just take your time with your breath. There's no urgency. So when the nervous system feels like it's in a constant place of urgency, the whole body tightens up. So that's why we continue to come back to feeling the support, grounding, breathing, reminding ourselves that there's no urgency. That is going to help with the release through the back, but through your whole body. When you are ready to switch, you're going to bring that leg up. You might do a little marching before you switch, right? A little hip mobility here as I bring the knee up. And when I do that, I kind of draw my navel in a little bit for some gentle core engagement, just a little back and forth. If you want to, you can even bring the leg out long and press through the heel. And again, can you keep the core connection as you do that? Can you think about zipping up through the lower abdomen as you're doing that? That's going to really create that stability in your back. Beautiful job. We're going to get ready to do the opposite side. Before you move into it, I want you to go back to that chair mountain. Remember, you're creating that memory in your body, the memory in your nervous system, that imprint. So you're going to sit nice and tall. You're going to visualize the string coming up through the crown of the head, shoulder blades back just a little bit, maybe a zipping up through the lower abdomen, and you're just nice and tall here. Feel that. Feel what it feels like to be in that place of not shrinking back. Again, God did not design you to shrink back. He designed you to stand nice and tall, to let your light shine. We're going to do the other side now. So I'm going to bring my leg out long, my right leg. Toes are coming back towards my head. I'm keeping that integrity in my spine, that length. And this might be enough. You might be like, Eileen, I definitely feel enough of this stretch there. Or you might be like, you know what? I want to hinge a little bit and work on that breath, where I'm letting my nervous system know I'm safe in this moment. I'm doing that by moving slowly and breathing with intention, because we can only do that if we're in a safe place. You can only breathe deep, intentional, slow breaths, right? Move mindfully when you're physically in a safe place. So when you do that in your practice, or even like in your daily living, your nervous system is going to downregulate. And the downregulation is so essential for the release of tension in the muscles and the body. So you're breathing here as I'm talking. Beautiful job with that. When you're ready, you'll go back to that hip, the marching with lifting one leg at a time. Nice, slow, controlled movement as you come up and bring that leg. No rush. If you like the marching and drawing the navel back without the leg coming out, you can do that. Or if you like to bring the leg out and pressing through the heel, you can do that. Gives you a little more of a hamstring stretch there. And just take your time with it. Beautiful job with that. And just a couple more. All right, we're going to meet back at Chair Mountain so I can share with you the next thing we're going to do. So as I'm talking, you're just working on your posture and your alignment. You notice the transition back. You're starting to sit nice and tall. Feel the seat beneath you, the floor beneath your feet. Right? Maybe visualize the string coming up through the crown of your head, the shoulder blades coming back a little bit. We're going to use our chair for, it's kind of like a downward facing dog using the chair, but it's not really. So we're going to be coming to an L position with our hands on the back of the chair. And it really helps to lengthen and open the back. If that does not feel accessible to you, I want you to go back and do another round of your seated hamstring stretch that we just did. So you can rewind and go back and do that, and then fast forward through the next part. If you feel like you have the access to get out of your chair, you're going to get out of your chair, and I'm going to turn my chair around just like that. So I have the back of the chair here. I'm going to show myself getting into it. I'm hinging at the hip crease. My hands come onto my chair. And I'm walking my body back a little bit. Now, here's the thing. I'm not dumping into my arms. There's actually very little weight in my arms. I could even have my hands hovering, right? If I had the balance for that. Now, of course, the chair is there to hold on to. But what I want you to know here is it's more back of body movement, because we're getting into the hamstrings, and the hands are there because when you hold that chair and you bring it to the length as far as you can with stability, if you need to bring your legs wider, feel free. You want to bring it as far as you can and keep the stability. It's going to help lengthen the spine. I would bring my gaze down towards the floor. I'm talking, so my head is looking at you. But if I was doing this on my own, my head would be down towards the floor, and I'd create as much length as I could with keeping stability. And then from here, you could lift one heel at a time. Nice, slow, controlled movement. You could take your hips and rock them side to side if that feels good. It can feel really nice in the lower lumbar spine and even the sacrum area, creating that spaciousness. And again, if this does not feel accessible, go back to that seated hamstring stretch, maybe that marching. Take time with that. All right, if you're here and it's feeling good, remember to breathe. Right? Take your time in it. You might rock the hips side to side. You might lift one heel at a time, just being so gentle and so kind towards your body. Beautiful job. To come out of this, and if you're not ready, stay in it as long as you like. When you come out of it, you're just gently walking towards your chair. And I'm intentionally keeping my shoulders rounded because I want to feel that so that I can feel the opposite and create that imprint as I lift my shoulders and roll them back, creating length in my spine. I could still be holding on to my chair for support. Maybe visualizing that string coming up through the crown of my head. Again, standing nice and tall. Feel the floor beneath you. Beautiful job. Maybe a breath here in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to meet back in the seat for chair mountain and a little twist as we start to come to the close of our session. So I'm going to find my seat and I'm going to come back to that chair mountain, lift and roll, create length. Your body is going to remember this. That's why we do it over and over again. That repetition is so essential. So sit nice and tall, create that length through your spine. I want you to visualize spaciousness in your spine, length in your spine, visualize it, okay? When you are ready, we're inhaling the arms up. And on the exhale, I'm going to bring my left hand to my right knee and my gaze is going to go behind me. Okay, it's just a little seated twist. Take a breath here. And then when you're ready, feel that support beneath you, feel the chair beneath you as you inhale your arms up. Continue to feel the chair beneath you. We're going to the opposite side, okay? So my left arm is behind me. My right hand is on my left knee, and I'm looking over my shoulder. And you don't got to get it perfect, okay? As long as it's feeling good for your body, you're feeling an opening, you're feeling a release, that is enough. It does not have to look just like mine. You're breathing here. We're going to do one more on each side. Before we move, feel the seat beneath you. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Do a little bit of grounding as you move and finding that twist on the opposite side. Beautiful job. Continue to train your mind to be in the present moment by feeling the very real support, the texture beneath the hands. And I'm going to slowly move to the opposite side. Take your time with it. My left hand is behind me. My right hand is on my left knee, the outer edge. Beautiful job. And we're going to meet back at chair mountain. So when you're ready, you'll slowly bring the arms up or however you want to rotate back to your chair mountain, sitting up nice and tall. Feel the floor beneath you, the seat beneath you. Think about lengthening through the spine, maybe the string coming up through the crown of the head, shoulders, blades back just a little bit. And just we're going to do 3 breaths here together as we come to a close. When you're ready, inhaling in through your nose, feel the breath come in through the nostrils, right? Maybe the belly expands on that inhale. You'll find your exhale at your own pace, either out through the nose or the mouth. And just another one, right, at your own pace. I'm just holding a loose framework. Your breath rhythm might be different than mine, but you're feeling the belly move with each breath. Beautiful job. I'm going to do one more, inhaling in through the nose, feeling the breath enter, feeling the belly move, and exhaling. And just feeling that seat beneath you, feel the floor beneath your feet, the texture beneath your hands. You're right here, right now, in this present moment. Just a little pause, a little nervous system support. And thank you so much for practicing with me. Feel free to go back and do this class again. If it was supportive, you can just run through it again. If you enjoyed this, I also have a free calm reset practice. I will pin the link in the comments. And that is just a little 3-minute audio practice to help support your nervous system and just help you feel more grounded and at ease. So again, thank you for practicing with me. And I look forward to bringing another session to you very soon.